Hello, my name is Darren, I'm 14, and I was grounded. My screen time has been limited to my phone and a laptop for a while. So to pass the time, I'll be making objects, and hopefully I can earn my devices back. Many of the projects here are made with natural or recycled materials. It's over here. Duh. Okay, so for the plastic wrapping, you're going to want a bag. Now, you can use trash bags, but they're kind of heavy. I mean, they do have more durability, but sometimes that durability is just not worth it. But you can take a shopping bag. So it could be a Walmart shopping bag, Food City shopping bag, just any kind of shopping bag, as long as it's normal size. Just don't use buffalo wing bags. They're way too small. And somehow they made them thinner than normal shopping bags, so. Alright, so, take this part. Okay, so, what you're going to do, let me just see if I can get this into position. Sorry about that. Tripod isn't really built for this stuff, so can't quite tell if you guys can see that or not. Yep, looks like you can, so. We're going to take this, pretty much, just take that knife and then cut it right across. Cut off the handle, cut off those little parts. After that, you pull on it a little bit, because sometimes the blade will not cut right through, and instead you'll have like little teeth of plastic still hanging on. But pretty much got this part. You can pretty much toss that aside for now. I'm not sure if we'll need it. And now for this part, that little seam. Now you could cut off the seam, but still, that's quite a bit of plastic. We want to preserve as much plastic as possible. Recycle, not waste. Okay, so you're going to line up the knife with this edge, pretty much on the right edge, pretty much where those corners are. And you gotta make sure it's very precise. Press down on the blade. Then you're going to cut about a finger width into the bag. Or finger width across that seam. Okay. I'm going to pull on that seam real quick. And as I pull on the seam, it's releasing those little corners right here. So now I just did this part of the yank. Wait, one sec. Okay. So I just give this part a yank, and the rest of the seam starts to come off. So it's very handy. And we just do the same with the other side, and then that middle part should just pop right off. It's not like peel right off, but you get what I mean. And now, cut across this. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay. And do the same. Pull off that side. Give this part a yank. And now you're going to grip that seam. So here's a seam right there in between my fingertips. And then you got this part. So pretty much you're just going to pretty much peel it off there very gently. Don't go too hard, else you'll end up screwing something up. Okay. And then for this part, you just give it a few little yank. And there. Now you have a perfectly flat, well, I'm going to call it perfectly flat. Hardly perfect, but now you have the cover for the wing. And now what you're going to do, we're going to take this side, pull it there, so, okay. So line up the knife about 1 millimeter away from the edge, and then just cut across the bag. Alright. Alright, cool. And now, let me just get this moved back up. And now we have our entire length of plastic. Now, be sure to get the wing out of the way. To take the wing, lay out the plastic. Be sure to lay it flat. So just tilt this down. Down a little bit. Down a little bit. Okay. Should do. Okay, now we're going to take this. Give our wing another check on the wires. Okay. Now, going to line the base. Now line the base of the wing up, the base of the frame up anyways, with the support. I'm sorry, not the support, but the plastic covering. Now, I'm pretty much going to get both these sides equal in length. So, this part's right here. You gotta make sure there's not very much folding inwards on that part of the wing. Okay. So you pretty much do this all the way across the wing. You only really need one bag for this. Okay. So, put those 2 pieces of wire out there. Okay. So, I'm going to do the same with this other end. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a weight on here, like the channel lock pliers. Gotta bend this part back so it's on our way. Then we're going to gently pull this forward a little bit. So there's not much wrinkling here. Like, yeah. Just make sure it doesn't look shaggy. Okay. Now we're going to take some rubber cement. And lift up that little part of the plastic there. And then we're going to brush the rubber cement along the wire. And make sure the brush bristles are in contact with some of the plastic as well. Then we just do this along the length of the wire, under the wire, a little bit on the sides of the wire. You get the idea. Gotta move it in place. Draw plastic can't hold itself on there. Now, with the original wings, I did attempt to melt the plastic onto the rods, but this kind of plastic is not thick enough. Of course, another reason might have been because I was using some recycled materials for the heating element, so like broken stuff, so. Okay, now we bend it forward, stretch this part out, and then we just pretty much make sure it looks okay. Now, put the channel locks on this side, and now onto this part, the back part. Okay, so pretty much you're going to do the same thing. Gently pull it up. Make sure everything lines up. And be sure to pay attention to the wingtip over there. So, going to take this part, pull it back, and then pretty much just brush the rubber cement onto the plastic underneath this flap of the wing. So, there. Now, in case you're wondering why we are not putting any of the flaps that actually control the plane, the ailerons, well, the reason is, right now I'm just trying to get something that glides decently. Once I get the gliding function down, then I'll start to work on the balance and control, but till then, it's just going to be gliding. Besides, who doesn't want a little glider thing sometimes? Some you can just throw in a certain direction. Kind of like those old school styrofoam planes. Okay, now, right now we just press this part onto here. And there. Now, for this flap in the wing right here, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure there's no creases that's screwed up bad. And once it's in this position, pretty much, you're just going to fold this part back onto the wing. Of course, you could cut it off, but, I mean, I don't really have any use for the excess plastic if I did cut that off. So, yeah. Also provides more support in the long run. So, and now you just make sure this entire thing, is, yeah, make sure everything is not, make sure there's nothing poking up. Yeah, it's part of the plastic. Now if you have to, using a little bit more rubber cement than I use is okay, especially if you're making very large ones. or if you don't have the right kind of plastic bags and you're having to use several of them at the same time, which is understandable. And now, for this little lip, we just brush rubber cement onto it. Just keep it down, and it won't be interfering with anything. Just adjust this. Okay. A little bit of rubber cement there. Nice wide area. And use everything on the brush. Okay, now for the inner part of that, this part, all we really need to do is just glue, just brush a little bit of rubber cement into there and press it down. And there you go. Once that dries, you'll pretty much have a fully functional wing. But that is how you make the wings for the project I'm making. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in about, I'll see you in about 2 days, day after tomorrow maybe. Not quite sure. But yeah, see ya.